Islam Sheet and Wayne Bay. It is January the 24th, 2026. And um, I am about to get ready to go to Whole Foods. A little tired. Not tired. I actually am okay. I've been lounging. I still haven't did anything with my hair, so. But it is Saturday. So just in case I got the date wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's January the 24th. Because yesterday was the 23rd. I'm pretty sure it's January 24th, 2026. And so, how are you? I am well. For the past week, it's just experiencing a lot of spiritual experiences. So, and also everything I realize everything is spiritual first. So, um, believe it or not, I don't look like this when I go to Whole Foods. So, but I'm getting ready to go in the next like hour. Um, and I just finished eating cashews. I'm eating a lot of cashews and um, vegan potato chips or vegan tortillas. There's a brand that's out now. It's called vegan. What is it? Gosh, I can't remember the name right off. But I get it at Whole Foods, and they're vegan. They cook in avocado oil, so and it's really they're good. But so they don't have the same sugar, fat, salt that regular potato chips or starch does. But nonetheless, I have to be careful. Tortillas, as I was looking at some information, it's not really potatoes. It's like a maize. But anyway, it definitely has the vegan word vegan on the bags. And I cooked in avocado oil. So, and you can tell the difference when you look at the ingredients and how much salt or whatever it contains. So it's not the same. In fact, I don't feel like when I used to eat them like chips and stuff like that before, I used to feel so full and sick and so forth. I don't feel that way with these, but still something my spirit is telling me to chill out and try to lean more towards apples. I drink a lot of fruit smoothies or fruit drinks, a lot of fruit and vegetable drinks. So I am getting my fruits and vegetables in, but Spirit is telling me I need to actually try to take time to clean my vegetables and um, um, not just focus on what's in the bottle, but actually do it myself. So I'm going to try to do that. But this past like week and a half, I just felt maybe 2 weeks. I needed to rest. I was experiencing a change. That's that's the best word. I was experiencing a change, um and I was trying to go with the flow with the change, but it's not that I'm not grateful. Goodness, right? It's not that I'm not grateful, okay? Because I am grateful and thankful. And on that subject of being grateful and thankful, many times when I would think about you, Sheet away by Bay, I'd be like, I am happy we are friends, but it's just so much has happened. And the more and more knowledge as I learn about um, truth or what truth is telling me, I guess, just it's a lot to take in. It really is. It's a lot. Sometimes to be in the light and say I'm ready to accept truth and not allow emotions to control my behavior. So it is definitely a challenge, especially being in a area like Annapolis, where it is definitely a cesspool of unclean spirits. Literally, it's not it's not possibly literally a cesspool of unclean spirits. So and um, it is amazing how much control they have here. But I think we should think about um, just when frequencies move and change, just think of how bad it can get. Because learning frequency and what keep um, the energy of crime low is frequency, is the thought of morality. And when you have many unclean spirits um, in one area, and they have taught generations of witchcraft, um, um, immorality, of harm, um, rape, molestation, promoting human trafficking, sex trafficking. These are all very low frequency energies um, that harm not only an individual, which is connected to the earth and the cosmos, but the earth, the spirit of earth. So it can when things like this starts to get to a point where these unclean spirits harm individuals in the open, and prey on individuals in the open in front of kids or telepathic children, telepathic adults, so forth. And with the United States unnaturalized military being here, Navy, Army, and so forth, and some are probably naturalized. I don't know what the percentage is. Um, in the police, you can only imagine what would happen once a frequency changed to a point where um, that which has morality or has some form of high frequency leaves this area. What's left of it, and leave it completely to its own. Leave animals with animals. So you can only imagine. And I don't even want to. I don't think you can only think. So this is a lesson to many in reference to frequency, neighborhoods, and communities. Because I can't tell you how many times you can hear humanoid AI driving around making noise in the wind to keep the frequency low in Annapolis. You can hear them. They're driving around at night, during the day, or some form of lab experiment to keep the frequency low in Annapolis. And so that's what they do when they stalk the apartment here. Hearing, or we taking a shower, you hear that noise in the shower. They're trying to lower the frequency of me and Imani while we take a shower. So at night and during the day, the lab animals here, they drive around making noise in the wind. The humanoid AI to keep the frequency low, or using different forms electronics or music to talk through them to keep the program of thoughts low, especially with telepathic kids and children or adults. So all I can really just say, she doing Bay, it can only I don't want to be here or any neighborhood like this. And it's not just harming this area because everything is connected. It's harming the earth. It's really harming the earth. And imagine how many cities and neighborhoods exist this way. And so, with the military being here and prevalent as they are, and allowing such things to happen, because these are specialized mental war tactics or mental tactics. Okay, so um, in you can see how there's shootings that happen in different neighborhoods out of the blue or in shopping malls, and people like, what happened? This person just came in there and shot. They monitor the frequency in an area, and once the frequency get to a certain point, this is what's allowed. This is what allowed these lab experiments or that which they possess to go in and cause harm and murder or rape or whatever they want to do. So when you see an individual, if you have the telepathic code being harmed in the public while they're trying to, what people would say, work, maintain employment, they are literally normalizing a low frequency. So when it gets to a point where they can see majority of the population in that area has low morality and an animal thought and behavior, then they're going to continue to do what they need to do and prey on them as well, especially if that which leaves the area, that which they were using as some form of um, ritual harm, ritual sacrifice in front of others, whatever they may call it, witchcraft, leaves, they're just going to do it to one another and continue to do it because they already have been. They just normalized it. So these are thoughts that people, I think, or humans that are trying to raise their frequency and um, and stay connected to some form of divinity need to think about in reference to communities and neighborhoods, and especially if they're witnessing immoral behavior. Because I'm telling you, here in Annapolis, it is not just done, it's being normalized as nothing. I mean, these lab animals drive around speaking and making noise in the wind. This has been going on for a long time to keep the frequency low. Not only that, they spray chemtrails in the sky, like they have some now. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to turn this around all the time in Annapolis. I mean, it's amazing how much chemtrails they spray in the sky here in Annapolis. I hope you. I don't know if you can see those, but it is a lot. I mean, they spray a lot. You would. It's like, I mean, it's truly amazing. So we know that those definitely affect thoughts, behaviors, poison, and so forth. So these are things people really need to think about. Those who are trying to live a moral life, trying to raise their frequency, want to live in an area where they consider to be safe, because safety does not always mean what looks to be safe. You can be in a $1 million neighborhood, but have immoral thoughts, behavior, mental, especially with the telepathic code and spiritual going on in that neighborhood. And because of the normality of it, the frequency is low in that neighborhood, regardless of how much money people make. We hope that when we move to a higher financial area, that with the higher financial area, you have higher thoughts of education and morality, not just book wise. Most A lot of the people here are book wise. They've gone to college. A lot of the sadistic animals that exist, humanoid AI and so forth, have education book wise in psychology, but they don't have the education of how to stay connected to a higher frequency of divinity that helps and correlates with the frequency of planet Earth, or some would say the celestial orb of planet Earth, or the cosmos and the cosmos. They have no idea of how to maintain that frequency and rise with it. All they know how to do is attack it to bring it down so the filth can still exist. And just so the problem with that is it gets to a point where you have chaos, and the what you would think would never happen in reference to bloodshed happens. That's what happens. So this is the same thing that happened with Hurricane Katrina. The frequency was measured with 9/11 and other things that have happened on this landmass, that people did not connect frequency with a disaster or murder or mass murders or serial murders or unexplained situations or whatever it may happen where it caused much bloodshed, hospitals, why so many people getting sick. And then knowing that we're among lab experiments that actually go out, cause sicknesses. So that corrupt hospitals, not all are corrupt, but too many, we already know, doctors, nurses, whatever, can make money in a ritualistic manner. So that's all I have to say about that. Um, and definitely, that's all. I think I've said what I needed to say. Um, I wanted to also speak about to you is that, or speak to you, is, I don't know, I just, she Dwayne Baffobe. I, you know, it's been years since we've been to, since we first met. It has been years. And And when you show me how much you do care, it's not that I just brush it off to the side as though it's nothing. It means a lot. I know it might seem like I was behaving when you tweeted some things that you have gone through and you experienced in similarities with what I'm experiencing, and you demonstrating how you rose above that, and look at you now, and now you're able to teach. I know. But what I'm trying to tell you, Sheet Dwayne Baffobe, is if I want you in my life. I want to be able. I had to start before I turned on the camera, but I'm going to use it. I want you to be able to trust me and my higher self, my divine higher self, and I want to be able to trust you and your divine higher self. I want us to be able to communicate. I want you to be there on the physical plane with me, not just mental, not just social. I don't want to be on social media in the next few years at all. I'm telling you, I don't. I'm not going to. It's not don't want to. I'm not going to. That's it. But I want you with me. I want to be able to, if you say get a passport, I know I need to go get a passport because you and I are on the same page. I want to be able to look at you regardless of what anyone say and know that I know him. I know his higher self. I know his divinity. And he will not do anything to harm me or that which I love. And I want you to be able to look at me no matter what someone whispers in your ear. Yes, I have been hurt. I have. And the more and more truth reveals herself, it's just real. It can be hurtful. But I want you to try to trust the divinity in me and know that I'm able to rise above a lot of what the average human may not be able to rise above, because I am more than human. I know that might be a challenge for you to accept. Maybe because you weren't there when I awoke, but I'm telling you, I am more than human. I'm not saying I'm not human. I'm saying I am more than human. That's all I'm saying. And and it's not a bad side of me. It is a really beautiful, I would say beautiful, but it is a celestial side of me that is connected to a high frequency of morality, just like the human side. And I would like for you to trust that even if I was only just human, that I could still have, because I don't want to like put down just being human, because trust me, I human, the being of man is magnificent. But I'm saying is, let me just I just want you to trust that, just like trust that I can forgive. I can forgive and I can rise above. And I accept and acknowledge what we experience in the sacred grove. And that's why I know it's just not me just wanting to be with you, but you are tugging to keep me next to you, pulling my hand, because we did experience something that was beautiful and magnificent for a reason, in a sequence of a reason, in sequence for a reason. I am more than human. And it's even if I was only what I would consider human, I'm still magnificent. Man is beautiful and magnificent beyond thoughts, I think. But I'm a little bit more. I'm just, it's just coming together of all that I am. I'm being honest. So, um, I just got through drinking one of the fruit smoothies, eating some cashews, and drinking some water. But I have to get ready to go. Okay, and yeah, so and I'm on a spiritual level. I mean, I do care about how I look. I do, and I do care about my hair. I look forward to doing my hair, and um, like when I see your video, my hair is like nicely twisted, and um, all the little places where I feel like I've gotten out of shape because I can't. If I exercise downstairs, one of the lab animals, I don't know how they. Well, I don't know if they all live here. I don't know, but some of them come in there. And they just. I mean, it's just the energy. So it can be really, the frequency can be really filthy. So I literally, when I have, sometimes if you listen to some of the exercise videos, you can hear the frequency in the exercise room of lab freaks, the frequency in the exercise room. So that should tell you a lot. Anyway, so I'm not saying I won't go down there and exercise again. What I'm trying to say is I look forward to having a place where I can exercise and not listen to my video and hear lab freaks in the background speaking because they're stalking and trying to follow, latch on, and possess the body, the mind, and so forth. Islam.